CNN India is planning the biggest event so far to happen this October 21st, engaging more than 10 cities in Colombia. This gives an extra opportunity to create awareness of their work. That is what we decide is very important to be taken in consideration for our research. In our general context, that is our action research plan, we decide to use the following 5 societal challenges that influence this project. The first one is deforestation. We know that CNN Undia fights this societal challenge. In response to this societal challenge, they adopt 400 trees in the launching of the event a month ago. They are still analyzing more interventions or interactions to promote a positive change in this societal challenge. The second one is social challenge. Sinenundia influence social challenges through interventions or interactions. An intervention is an action that creates a physical change, and an interaction is a symbolic action that does the transformation in the public space, but instead transforms the behavior of persons. With this methodology, Sinenundia created a space named Consulta Ciudadana in the streets in Bogotá. Sinenundia solves cultural changes by creating initiative of civility, culture, and sense of belonging. One of their events was a day where they made cultural activities to make their city look better and prettier. For example, they paint and decorate walls and reconstruct parks that were in bad conditions. For this event, they also had movies and theaters in the park, and circus, bike rides, and many more activities. The purpose of the cultural Cine en un Día is to make people rethink their roles in their communities and to think about the power that they have to transform the space where they live in. The decorations and recovery of the parks they made will always be appreciated by the people who live around, but what really stays in change in people there will it help their community and in their neighborhoods. Cien en Día influenced civic culture by creating initiatives that involve the citizens' activities involvement, so that they can be aware of not only the transit lights but also helping conserve the environment. As an example, they create an event where they want to involve the citizens directly with educative fines. They start to implement it so that the citizens will not only be aware, but that they should start to respect the road signs and the environment. They use different volunteers to will intervene and make the citizens aware if they were overpassing and transit signals and the impact that it could create if we don't start respecting the transit lights. Cien en un Día also tries to influence transportations. When doing a street interview about what people dream about Bogota, out of 86 people interviewed by Cien en un Día volunteers, 52 said that they dream about perfectioning transportation in Bogota. They mentioned their dream about having new transportation alternatives like the metro and the tranvía, having streets with less damage like holes, floods, etc. Others mentioned the impact that transportation has on the city. They even say that transportation and mobility really impact the cultural behavior on the people in the city. Most of them conclude that the chaos in transportation in Bogota is deteriorating people's lifestyles and generates a bad mood in people. We decided to make the stakeholders analysis, where we found 4 principal stakeholders with a scale from 1 to 10 in the level of influence. Here we were able to contact Santiago Ramirez, who is one of the actual volunteers of the event, David Serna, who is one of the main organizers of the event, and Victor Palomeque, who is a former assistant since 2012.
We interviewed a participant of the event, and he told us that Cien en un Día is one of the most gratifying experiences he's ever had, even though it requires effort and time to organize and plan actions and activities. As a participant, he feels he was very involved in the event planning because they are the ones that attract more people and go to different universities to give conferences about Cien en un Día. He mentioned that there is more and more people interested as time passes in helping their communities and creating progress in their cities.
So finally, we decided to create a solution for making the Cien en un Día event in Bogota as successful as possible and make a proposal for how to make financially sustainable.